Hi there, Jonny here from JonnyLipshamStudios.co.uk. In today's video, we are going to do a product recommendation. And this is a product made by Waves, and it's fantastic at removing noise from audio. So if you have a very noisy vocal track, let's say maybe the CPU fan can be heard very clearly, or there's ambient noise or something like that, this is really good at removing all of that noise, suppressing that noise without really affecting the source audio very much at all. It's also great on guitars. If you have a sort of an earth hum or a ground hum or something like that on a speaker, an amp or something, then it will get rid of all of that as well. It's incredibly powerful, and it's called the NS1 noise suppressor. It's fantastic. I use this quite a lot. I use this on voiceovers, that kind of stuff, to eliminate room noise mostly. But on this particular occasion, I'm using it on a vocal for a song. I'm just going to set myself up there so I can play this. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I've got this set up to 30%. I'm going to play the track, the vocal track in context with the rest of the music, and you can hear kind of like the final product, the final result, using the NS1, and then I'm going to play you what it sounds like raw. Okay, so here we go.
Hold my hands in the valley. Hold my heart when I need lifted high.
Alright, so you can hear there, it actually sounds pretty clear, pretty clean and pretty good. So let's solo the vocal, and let's open this NS1, and let's have a look at what it does. Basically, it's just a single fader. I have no idea what is going on underneath the hood with this, but you basically just dial this up until the noise that is there is suppressed sufficiently that it's not going to affect your mix. So I have this set to 30%, and although this is pretty transparent and doesn't really affect the audio, the source recording, very much at all, the more you crank this, the more inevitably it's going to do that because of the way it works. It's essentially like an EQ or a expander or something like that. So it is effectively going to, the more you use it, color the audio. So let's start with this off all the way down to 0, and we'll listen to what this sounds like without it.
Hold my hands in the valley. Hold my heart when I need lifted high.
Okay, so you can hear there's a lot of ambient noise. Sounds like there's maybe a fan in the background. And all sorts of ambient noise going on there, which isn't going to sound great when you just bring that back into the track. You're going to hear that all the way through, especially when you start adding compression and stuff. All of that ambient noise is just going to get brought up with the compression. So let's dial this up, and we'll listen to how powerful this is in getting rid of that noise, but not really affecting the vocal.
Hold my hands in the valley. Hold my heart when I need lifted high. Feel your breath on my shoulder. Our hearts pound and we sigh.
Now you can hear now that I've got this stacked up to 100, you can hear that it is actually affecting the audio. There is a delay baked into this track. That delay is not something that I have added. It was baked into the track when it was sent to me, so I can't deal with that. But I would like to keep as many of the repeats of that delay going as possible. With this cranked to 100, I lose quite a lot, and I also lose quite a lot of the top end of the vocal as well. It gets quite dark. And the vocal thins out quite a bit as well because of the frequencies that are being suppressed. So 100% is way too much. but as you can hear, it's still not really affecting it very much. So let's pull this back down and let's see if we can find that kind of balance point between affecting the audio and getting rid of the noise, which is what we want, and also keeping as many repeats of the delay as we possibly can. Alright, so let's play it.
Hold my hands in the valley. Hold my heart when I need lifted high. Feel your breath on my shoulder.
That's probably about as good as I'm going to get. So I've eliminated probably about 90, maybe 95% of the noise. It's there a little bit, but it's not as bad as it was. And so we can now play this in context and see how effective this is.
Hold my hands in the valley. Hold my heart when I need lifted high. Feel your breath on my shoulder.
Alright, so as you can hear, this is really very effective in making the vocal track nice and clean and dry before it hits any effects at all. Alright, so there you have it, the Waves NS1. Now I should say, Waves have not paid me to make this video or anything else, and I'm not an endorsee of theirs and all of that. Basically, if I find something good, a plugin that is good and that does a really good job, I'll recommend it. So that's what I'm doing today. I do have another video where I go into a bit more depth and detail on the NS1. I try it out on a few other sources. But this, to be honest, is a far better example than that previous video that I made maybe a year to 18 months ago. So I hope that this is helpful, and you can probably pick this up for under $30, I would think. I certainly picked it up for about $24 when I got it. So it's a very powerful single fader, very easy to use plugin. You can set it and forget it, and it's only $24. It's not free, obviously, and I don't know if you could achieve the same effect with stock plugins. I've tried using the Expander. The Expander does a very good job at this, but again, it's a lot harder work to try and find that balance point, whereas with this, it's just a single fader, and it does what it does. So there it is, folks. I hope you find this useful and helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.